So we're back here looking for if we can get any further information on costs of these products so that we can also get some profit analysis into our work. But if not, we'll just focus on doing sales analysis, okay? And where you get costs from. So we've used on the products list, unit price, we've used this, we brought this table in already, okay? On the other details, we have the same unit price, as we have, which I believe we checked that already. So we have the same unit price as we have on the products table, so which is why we can't necessarily we can't categorize one as the cost price and the other one as the unit price. Okay. Alphabetical list. Units in the alphabetical list, supplier category, unit price, units in stock. Okay. I don't think current product list. I don't think we'll get that information. Products by categories. Okay. I don't think we'll get what we are looking for. If I cancel this, the reason I said that is because the prices that we have seen so far, like if we take product 1, for example, the unit price is 18. If we go into other details, product 1, if we look at product 1, that unit price is, okay. Product 1 has got, you see, this is why it's good to check your data. We have product 1 being unit price being 14.4, £14.40, so to say, at some point, and £18 for others. That's worth checking. Why is it being sold as £14.40 somewhere else and £18 somewhere else? That cannot be right. Okay. And that's within other details, which is the table that we brought in, which we didn't even do any work on. If I remove that filter and I go into products, product 1 here, so products 1 should be 18. So that then begs the question, why do we on other details have the same product 1? Other details, we have the same product 1. Yes, as 14.4 and also as 18. Let's see if there is more prices tagged to those two prices. So 14.4 cannot be right for product 1. Okay. Then if I look into others, we brought all of the other details into others, let's not forget. And we come into product ID. So product 1, let's see what's happening within the actual unit price. Has both 14.4 and 18. Let's see the ones that are bringing 14.4. What's special about them? Okay. Portugal, France, Germany, ship region, quantity. So this is not right. You see, if on the product it's telling us that this is the price that this product one is being sold for. And these are the things that these are the works that you have to do within your data. You can't just assume that everything is all right, you know, because these other details, let me see how much work we did on it. All we did was we brought it in, we changed the data type on something there. We removed some column.
Did only the cleaning.
Exactly. But now one is finding out that products one is having two prices. The same product is being sold for £14.40 and also for £18. But the price that's actually correct from the products table is the 18, not 14.4. Okay. So this is how one would need to then go back to wherever one got the data from. You know, what happened? Was it that at some point they were selling, at some point they were selling the products in, historically, it had been sold for 14.4 before, and that price changed to 18.
Sorry, I noticed something.
Okay.
If you look at the date, I don't know from what period to what period we are looking at. However, for that 14.4, you see it's from 1996 to 97.
Okay, on which table should I be looking? Other table?
Other table, yeah. If you go back to other table.
Yes, here.
Yes, so if you look at the date.
So yes.
It's between 96 and 97.
Yes.
So again, what period are we analyzing?
So let's look at the product one again now. And then look at the 18 price.
What year does it fall?
Exactly. Price. Let's see what. And if we go into the dates, okay, now we see the earliest date is 97 to 98. Okay, so that's exactly what would have happened. But the mistake then would have been, is that it should have been stated in the products table somehow that there was a price change, okay, from 14.4 to 18. Okay, because that's quite that could throw you back, when you're doing your work. If we go back and check that date again, the earliest date we have is 30th of April 1997. Then if we now check that other date again for the price, other price, load more. Okay. And you will find this problem is not just, it won't just be peculiar to only product
one. Yes.
Would have the same problem. Okay. So, and the earliest date for this one then would be, what am I doing? Okay, I wanted to select not 18, but what I should be selecting here is 14.
14, yeah.
In their business, sorry, Sister Debbie.
Yeah.
I think in their business requirements or business documents,
yes,
they should have mentioned the reasons why the unit price was increased. Maybe the inflation, seasonal, whatever. Should we need to go back to our stakeholder in case we have this type of experiencing this type of issue?
Definitely.
Because we cannot alter anything by ourselves now.
No, we can't. we can. And see, for that 14.4 price, the date was from 20th of August 1996 to March 1997. But this date we have for 18 was 30th of April. So a month after this, a month after
the price went up.
The price went up. Okay. Now that's, if we decide to push this price forward as part of our analysis, we have to state it somewhere as part of what we found in the data, that we found a price change at certain points, for some of the products. So if we're analyzing from 1996 to maybe a part of 97, and the price is low, the sales price that we found is low, we should put it there that we are comparing a low price of our product to a point where it has changed, because that's what we will find in the data. Now we have found a reason that why is the reason that at so time between 96 and 97 we had low sales, but at 98 97 to 98 at some points the price it just skyrocket. What did we do right or do wrong? But now we can see that a change in our price, an increase in price of products was part of the reason. It's not because people bought more necessarily. It's because our prices changed, so it's not enough for us to just load the data and just start work. It's all this detective work, that we will need to be doing. If we go into products 2, for example, now, let's see if we find that sort of problem with products 2. And the best way to actually do this, to capture this well, would not be to be doing it one by one like I'm doing now. So we have unit price 19 for products 2. But if we go into the other details, did anything change for that one too? Okay. So you see, unit price also still changed. £15.20 went to 19. Since I've been working with this Northwind data, this is the first time I've noticed this difference, you see. And that's because as we grow older in experience in these things, we get better, isn't it? So it would look like most of the products changed. And if we look at the dates that this one,
I think it follows the same sequence.
It would definitely follow the same sequence. So products 2. Okay, yes. So unit price, product 2 is not even very massive in the other stable. So we can easily see the last 2 lines here. If we look at the date of the last 2 lines, okay, yeah, those are the last 2 lines are in 96, the really early days, for these products. And the increase again happened in April of 97, So it's like it was April of 97 that a bit of change happened to the prices. So what we will do, concentrate more on, let's forget we are looking for cost price to look for profit. Let's do a thorough sales analysis, of this product. If there was something to tell us what's the reason, why did prices just go up, from at that particular point, a certain time in 96, in 97, a month later, so in that same 97, everything just went up. What happened to, in our company? Was it that some policies changed? Was it, that market change? Was it inflation? there would be a lot of reasons. But very quickly, let's do a quick sales. We won't be creating any measure just yet. We'll create measures later, but just a quick look at what we just found out now. So if I put this, and it's the total sales that we want to look at. To get a better understanding of things, I'm thinking of us using, the sales before discount. Because if we apply total sales, which discount has already been taken into account, we may not really get a good gist of how prices changed for products. So if we could use the sales before discount to analyze this, I'm thinking that would be better. And I'm going to duplicate this. Actually, before I duplicate, we need to bring in the products. Okay, so product from products table. I'll make it product name instead of product ID so that we have a bit of an idea, of things. Okay, now I'm going to copy and paste, just duplicate this. Okay, and then what we will now do to make it easy, maybe I'll put a line in the middle so that we can compare the two at the same time. Let me hide this. Okay, so I'll insert a line. Shape is just a line, in the middle, but that's not how I want this shape to, the line to. Let me see if I can rotate it. Okay, let me delete that. Okay, it's still, yeah, that's still the line I can use.
Sorry,
Okay.
as against the line, why not change the color?
Instead of using line, yeah. Why not? Yes, we can. We can. That's a way to differentiate it as well. So if we go into the paint brush and just change the bar of this one to, what color should we use? Choose any color.
Maybe orange or something.
Okay, something that pops. Okay, so we have that. We have this as well. Now, what we'll now do is the dates. Okay, as we will have two slicers. Okay, so slicer would be this one. Okay, and it would be dates that we need there. Okay. Should we use dates or month and year?
Month and year.
Month and year. If we put month and year, okay, okay. So the first date started from that. Okay. And then again, I'll duplicate that. Copy, okay, and paste. Okay. And we can change their color so that we know which one is working for which. Okay. So this one is just a background that I will change. Visual slicer settings. Values, font color, not font color, is the background that I want to change the color so that the color would be exactly like this. And this one would have background of the color that is representing. Okay. What else can we look at? Maybe we can look at having the slicer setting to be tile a bit, so that we have a bit of option that we can easily see. Tile as well. Okay, we can make so that we see the values. We can make the values maybe Arial, increase the size a little, bolding it. I think that's better. And we can do that for this as well. Arial, bolding it a little. Okay. And the font color can be black. That gray is not doing, yes. So let's blacken it so that it's in our eyes like that. Okay. Don't worry about this one. Okay. So now we now need to do something and that is, if I click on April 1996 now, it affects both visuals, but and it's also affecting this other slicer. Okay. But what I need for it to do is, when I click on this, it only affects this. When I click on this, it only affects this as well. So that way we can choose a date here and choose maybe another date here and look at how sales happened for each of these products, so that we have that direct comparison. Okay. Now, how we can edit interaction is to go into, so I click on this visual and I go into view, no, not view. I think it's format. I remember, yeah, format. So, and I go into edit interaction. And for this, I want it to interact with this, but I don't want it to interact with this too. And immediately I clicked on edit interaction, you see these two icons that came up on top of every other visual here. This meaning filter it. And this means don't even interact, don't filter this. Now I want this to interact with this, to filter this. So I won't click on none. But for this other two, I'll click on none. So I'll click on this 0 and this 0. Okay. And what that means is if I click on this, it's affecting only this visual, not any other visual. Okay. So that's how that would work. I'll come on here as well. Again, edit interaction. Okay. And since this needs to interact with this, I won't touch this. But while this is highlighted, I will say none, none. So that way, when I click on this, it is only affecting this. So that's one way you can over time look through what is happening, with your product. For product 1, let's go and look at what product 1 is. Is the tie, okay? The one that we already looked at. So, and we said that the dates that there was a change was April 30 of 1996. Okay. So if I compare
97.
97, thank you. April 97. Okay, look at the price of each of them. And then the following months, April 90. So if we say April 90, if I still say April 97 here, because I think it was March. Then let's look through again. So if we go into others table, I want to pick exact, because it looks like product one. Okay. And this top one, they happened in, okay. It's not enough way to look at it. Let me pick the price again. So between 28th of August 96 to sort ascending, 20th of August 96 to March. Okay, so if we pick all of 20th of August or all of 96 to March of 97, you know, on one filter, and then April 97 to 98 on the other filter. Let's see, clear sort. Let's see how that would work. Okay. Clear all filters. Okay, we can go back here. So from let me see if I can select plenty, if I can select multiple on this filter. If we come here, slicer setting, yeah, I can multi-select. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna control click now, August 96. Oh, let me uncheck this one. August 96, August, it's also February 96. Normally, we are supposed to be able to sort this in the right order, but I won't do that now. February 96, August 96. What other date is in 96? January 96. Everything 96, sure. July 96. June 96. Because it's all of 96 to end of March 97. So we are going to need March 97, March 96 as well. Is there any more 96? May 96. We don't need 97th of May. We need November 96. November 97? No, we only need up to March. Okay. That's the advantage of using the date. The date would have been a lot easier to customize, but we'll work with what we currently have. October, oh, I've just undone what I did before. Okay, let's go to the end. We don't need 97, we need 96. We don't need 97 of this either. We need 96 here, definitely. We need 96. We need 97 of March and also 96. We definitely need June 96 of this one. We need, so we need July 96. We need February. We need 97. Yeah, not 98. We need February 96 and 97. We need December 96. We don't need that. This is a long way of doing it, by the way. There are easier ways of getting the same result. April 96, we don't need April of 97. I think we've picked all the dates that are between the very first dates in January 96 to March of 97 on that one. If we now ignore all of that and pick the rest of the dates on this one now, we can easily see how the prices fared. Okay, so it will be that everything we picked here, we don't pick here. Okay, let's see if we can quickly do that while I'm here. We don't need anything 96. We definitely need April of 97 because the cutoff is March of 97. So I'll start with April 97, definitely 98, August 97, definitely that. We need December of 97 and 98. We don't need February of 97. But we need the 98. We don't need January, but we need the 98. We don't need July 96, but we need July 97 and 98 because the cutoff is March of 97. We don't need June, but we need this.
97.
We don't need March 96, we don't need March 97, but we need 98. We don't need May 96. We need these two though. We need these two as well. We definitely need this and this, and 97 and 98. I think that's the end of it. Okay. Now what we are getting now is that this very first one gave us sales of 56,000 that before up until March 97, but 93,279 for the rest of the data set. Okay. Now it would be nice to have somewhere the price dates, you know, to see how the prices changed as well. Okay. The unit price, I mean, if we have two boxes here, so that if I click on this, we'll see what the unit price was for those periods and what it was for the other periods. So that it's really very visual. Okay. But this second one here was at 23,936, but it's moved to third position here. If we had a visual here to show us why that move happened, you know, that would have been nice. The number 3 here, 18,414, moved to number 2, and we made 69. That's a massive leap. From 18,000, we made a massive 69,000. Okay, let's not forget that between January 96 to March 97, the months in it are not as much as what we have for the rest of the data set as well. So it could be that we have more time, longer duration also, apart from the price changes. Okay, but the one that we actually information on, which is that's chia, that number 1. I'm looking for chia if you find it. If not, I'll just order this by I'll sort it by product name so that we find the chia, and I'll sort it ascending or ascending. Yeah, this one here, the chia here, for all of that period, I was sold for less. We sold a total 2,505. Okay, but here, when the price increased, let me see if it will be easy to find here. If not, we do this. Okay, here we go. From 2005, we later made 11,772 because we moved from £14.40 to £18. Okay. And God knows how much quantity. Okay. Now we are having more idea on what more to bring to the visual to give us a proper perspective. Okay. At the moment, we are comparing between two time periods. Okay. And we are saying that for most of these products, prices changed, but we are not sure it did for all of them. So
Can I quickly ask a question from this chart?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If we right-click on chai, is it
Yeah.
possible for us to see, to know the root cause analysis or whatever, to drill down the roots, why the increase?
Only if we put that in.
Okay.
Okay. At the moment, we haven't put anything like that in. But if we then create another page where there's more information about what we are saying about price change at what point, okay, and we condition that page to be a drill through.
Okay.
For this product name. So anywhere you find the product name, you can easily right click and one of the things you will find here will be drill through.
Okay.
And if you click on that drill through page, it will take you to the page, new page to see more information.
Okay.
Yes, and that's one thing again that we can do with this exercise. Okay. But at the moment, this is all we can look at. I'm glad we found out that prices changed. So, and that would definitely affect what happened over time. Okay. And a very good way to have a good snapshot, snapshot also is to use line charts to look at the trend as well. Okay. So if we have the dates, and we have the total sales, which is within the reorders table. Okay, at the moment, we are looking at sales before discount. We have not even touched the actual total sales after discount has been added. Okay, and this is what we find. By year, we can see that 96 was the lowest. Now, because we have interacted well with the data, we know that 96 will be the lowest because there was a lot of products that sold for lower at that time. And 96 started, then you look at the duration. Did your 96 start from January? How many months did we sell for? Those could be factors to look at. Our graph is looking like this because at the moment it's showing just the year, 96, then 97, then 98, came down. Okay. And that's because we have a date hierarchy as well. If you don't want to look at your line graph, your chart by year, you have this icon here that says you can expand down one level. So we can look at it by months, okay? And we see again, July, October, January, So we didn't start from January 96, it was July 96. And that was like half of the year. Again, that would explain. But this is giving us a better idea as to what happened. From July, we had a bit of increase to October. Not that much increase up until April 97. But from April 97, we start to see that rise, and then this sharp rise in the January of 98. But again, we then dropped in the April of 98, and we wonder why. It's good to wonder why. And we keep seeing this drill up and drill down. We click on drill up, it takes us back to the year. Drill down takes us back to what's happened here. So January 97, April 97, July 97, just 97 data is what I can see here, but that's not what we want to see. We want to see everything all through. Again, I'm only seeing 97 data, but we have more than that. Let me So it's good to also know how these icons, all of them work. We have the drill up, drill down, but we have the go to the next level in the hierarchy or expand all. Okay, if I'm looking to expand, which was what I did initially, we are expanding this, okay? And if I expand further, it takes us down to the day, month level or day level now. One of the two happened, but it's just further expansion, for us to see in the July, but it would be nice to see July, August, September, October, not just jump through. Again, you can achieve that by how you condition your visual. You can still expand further. And I think this is the day level now. Okay. So what we had was, okay, so what we had was from year to quarter to month and then now day. And day is showing us more, but it's hard to make sense of this. Is all jammed together. Okay. But that's why you have all this. Let's go back up. Let's go back down, okay. But what we have found within the data set is more demonstrated as to the level of, okay, we have low income, so to say, in the 96 up until April of 97, when we started to, if we look by at month level, it was a zigzag, but if we go up more, it's a little better to see a rise. Whatever happened to us in the first quarter of 98, between January and April, that's made us drop down. That's part of the sales analysis. We need to look into the data and see what caused that. And as you are building up, ideas will keep coming through you, through your brain. Like, okay, if I was a stakeholder looking at this, I would also want to see what was, like I said before, what was the price, what was the unit price at this point here and at this point. So that would explain more to me why this bar is this long here, and it's not just long, the length, it's also the figure that's being showed. 56,000 for the coats, the blay or something, whatever, however they pronounce that. From 56,000, we now have 93,000. That's almost double, okay? What happened? Was it the price, or was it that we sold more quantity, okay, of this particular product? Which region? Then you start to go down to region. Which region or customers bought more? So that we'll know they like it. And we'll start looking at, maybe if we even do further promotion on this, they will even buy more. You start looking into your marketing, and that's the essence of doing different analysis, as we have done today. So the major thing, or the major theme of today was, by some chance, we found there were price changes at different periods of this data, and that changes the whole perspective of how we are going to look at the sales analysis. So when we are saying we want to look at sales by product, sales by this, sales by that, we must also consider the sales by period, from the point of view that we are not looking at the same price at certain periods within this data set. Do we have any question at all? Or any further suggestion as to what and what more we can do concerning this work as we develop it? I'm sure we'll bring in that drill tool that Shade mentioned, and a whole load of things. But what I need us to do, so that it will be interactive and it would, as I look at it from my own perspective, and you look at things from your side of things, if we bring it all together, we will be making a really robust report, that we can really all be proud of. So if you can have maybe a drawing of what we have uncovered so far today. If you were the CEO or the manager of this, or the owner of this business, what would you love to see on your dashboard that you believe would influence the decisions you make to be better at your sales? That's what I think we can go back home today and bring back with us tomorrow. All right, I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. I hope we learned a thing or two more today.
Then, unfortunately, we did not start recording from the modeling.
Yes, we can repeat a few things.
Yeah.
Immediately we start.
Because the way you analyze customer table to who, employee to who,
Yes,
products to what, categories to what.
Mm.
So
we'll bring that to our recording
we
tomorrow.
now went on pause.
Yes.
And started your recording. So we missed those initial training.
Yes, yes. We'll bring it on board. I think we have it on last week. Monday was the last time we met, isn't it? So we have it on Monday's recording. I don't think we have uploaded that yet. So, but we'll repeat the same. I mean, repetition we will always do. That's what the more we repeat these things, the more it will stick with us, for a long time. So yes.
Thank you. It's like you came in with Ogusoye this time around.
Yes, I did.
So it's like it's really making sense now.
Good.
Making sense. Right from the foundation now.
Yes, definitely. And for you, it would be a lot of it will serve as reminder as well.
Not even reminder. Motijoju Eja. I'm just waking up again from my slumber.
Well, you see, because you already have knowledge,
I've just been restored now.
It will be coming back more easily than if you are learning it from
This one is not a matter of cramming, it's a matter of
understanding.
Sure of what you are saying, what you are seeing, and how you can go about it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree with you now. Totally. All right, let's enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless.
At all. You too.
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you, Sir David.
Bye. Bye. Okay, no one's in the other room anymore.
Sorry, I came in very late. I was preoccupied.
No problem at all. No problem at all. I'm glad you made it in the end anyway. All right, see ya.